Hello, this is Bill G40JB, or Meccano Bill as I am now commonly known. And this is my third attempt at a London bus. This particular model is based on the RM8 Routemaster bus of the 1950s, which I often rode on from Victoria to Ilford, where my grandmother lived. This model is quite a large one, and I am going to take you through some of the main features. The model is not yet finished, but I will be putting up a finished video as soon as it is complete. We're looking at the front of the bus, and I'm going to start over on the far side and just show there's no engine, of course, but there's where the bonnet would be, the one which was under the overhang of the upper deck and to the left of the driver's cab. Coming to the front of the bus proper, there's the small side lights here on either side, and there's one just here somewhere, and just below them are the larger headlights. And to complete the detail of the lighting, we have down here the fog light, which was mounted on the near side, just hanging below the bus. In the middle we have the classic radiator, which was well known. This radiator is not quite inset like the London bus would be, but this is due to the constraints of Meccano parts and construction. But this is my attempt at a radiator. Moving upwards, we've got the overhang here, which is formed by the upper deck. We come across and we have the upper deck, and you may well be able to see the seating inside. There is a bar missing here. Should be a vertical bar splitting the window, which will be put in to complete that part of the bus. Coming down, we have two side lights here, which were the indicators on the bus. And coming down further, we have the driver's door, which opens, and I think there will be an interior view shortly of the driver's cab. And somewhere we have, yes, just here we have the driver's mirror, which of course would be essential for driving. I'm now looking at the off side of the bus, and here are the indicator lights, which were mounted on the side of the cab. And coming round, we have the driver's mirror, which is here, and just below that we have the door of the cab, and the door is now open, and you can probably see the steering wheel and the seat that the driver would be sat on. The cab was self-contained on the off side of the bus, and the passengers who would be sitting behind would be able to look through and see the driver operating the pedals and steering from behind him. Very often at night this would be screened off by a curtain to prevent reflection, which would cause the driver problems. So viewing the driver operating the bus would really be best done in the daytime. Coming along the side of the bus, we have the seats. You can probably see the seating on the lower deck, and the upper deck is similar. We've got the window bars, which divide up the section into the windows. There is of course no glass in Meccano, so you just see the gap, and inside you can see the seating of the bus. And as I said, the seating on the upper deck is very similar. This extreme left here is the back edge of the bus, and this side was blanked off because behind this side, which you will see in a moment, is the stairs. and there was no view into the side of the stairs from the offside of the bus. This view is on the near side of the bus, and my left hand here is pointing to the lights again, which are mounted opposite the ones you saw on the other side, and are at the front of the bus. Here we have the cutout, which was formed by the overhang of the bus, and further over we have the driver's cab. As I think I've already shown previously, but I'll do it again, we have the bonnet here which lifts up and would come over and hang over the side, so that a mechanic would get full access to the engine in here. Of course, there is no engine or detail in that area on this particular model. That is beyond the scope of my Meccano set and possibly my knowledge. Coming along the bus, we have the lower deck, which is similar to the other side, except to the rear we have the mounting platform where people would get on and off the bus. The mounting platform was open and people could fall off the bus when it was travelling, and it was probably quite dangerous. Many London people in particular, and others, would be able to synchronise themselves and jump off the bus while it was still moving. But to the unaccomplished, this was a big hazard, because if you didn't get your feet in time with the speed of the bus, you would end up flat on the road. And many accidents occurred due to this silly practice of people jumping off the bus while it was still moving. In the middle of the platform we have the vertical bar, which you could grab hold of when you're getting on, and there's something missing here at the moment. There should be a ticket collection box here, which will be put in later and shown in the final video, but possibly you can see the side seat here, which was a feature of these buses. The side seats, in fact, are raised, if you can see into the bus at all, and I believe it is a bit dark. There is a step here which lifts you up, and the raised side seat is actually over the wheels, and the wheels are actually going up under the seats. So the space under the seats was used to accommodate the wheels, which meant that there were a couple of steps on the bus. Venturing inside the bus, if I can get my hand through, which I don't seem to be able to do at the moment, we have the yes, here we go. We have the cupboard or driver's little cubby hole here, which I've opened the door on, and that was where he kept his ticket machine and possibly his lunchbox, tickets and other bits and pieces. And below that we had the luggage rack, which of course didn't accommodate very much rubbish, but you could probably get a pushchair or a suitcase or two in there, and would provide passengers with somewhere to put larger items that they were carrying on the journey. At the back of the platform are the stairs, not exactly modelled, again because of the lack of parts in Meccano to accommodate the original design. But I have the stairs going up, and I have them as a spiral twisting round, so that you end up on the top deck, and there would be a handrail which you may be able to see just inside that top deck for you to hold on to. These silver handrails and vertical bars were a big feature of the bus, which gave you many places to hold on when moving, when the bus was moving. The interference is my Jack Russell Terrier, who you can see on QRZ. If you look up my call sign on QRZ, you will see the same Jack Russell there when he was much younger, but he's still just as naughty, and he was obviously giving some verbal or barking there. Moving to the back of the bus, the back is not complete and will be more fully described in the final video when we get it made, and we will do this as soon as possible, as soon as I've completed the model. And so I will leave the back of the bus for the moment, but you can see the view of it and get the idea of the rear of the bus. Before finishing, I would like to give thanks to David Bache, M6LYG, for his technical assistance. David has been a bus driver and has driven Routemasters and has been of great help in providing technical detail for this model, and has given me a lot of technical support and told me the exact location of items that I couldn't quite remember. So thank you to David Bache, Mike 6, Lima Yankee Golf. So that concludes my explanation of this model for now, and we will be making a final video when I have completed the bus.